we talk about these new NBA 2K19 ratings that just dropped. Um, it seems like every superstar went down, and like the middle tier people or the young guys went up. So LeBron's, who just got shut down for the season, I think the Lakers should have shut him down maybe about 2 weeks ago. They probably should have shut him down the day they got eliminated. But LeBron went down a point. Steph went down a point. Kevin Durant went down a point. Russell Westbrook and Paul George went down a point, and Nikola Jokic all went down a point. Uh, there were a couple guys who had a big jump, like Colin Sexton had I think, a +2 jump, and then usually the people who you see get the biggest player ratings jump is always a guy who barely plays, or who wasn't playing early in the season, or he just got, he was a late add to a roster, and then you look up and you see the person has, at first he had like a 67, but now they've been playing, and you see that they're a regular part of a rotation on a team, and now they get bumped up to a 74. So you see this 5 or 6 point jump, but they're still essentially not a real impact player in the game. So those guys usually get Christian Wood was one guy who got a huge jump, and Jalen Brunson got a pretty big jump this for this particular rating. But Trae Young went up +2 to an 84 overall. Trae Young had a really good March basically. He averaged like 23 and a half points a game. I believe it was 9.5 assists. He still has some work to do from an efficiency standpoint for sure, but he pushed Luka Doncic, I think, for rookie of the year, but not enough to overtake him. Not enough to overtake him, but he did push him, I think. And it's really interesting, I think, that he pushed him considering um they got traded for each other. So I thought that was definitely an interesting. It was interesting the way that shook out. But I don't think that anybody nobody involved in that trade is upset with it, right? The Hawks got to be happy with what they got, and we know Dallas is happy with what they got. Being able to pair Doncic with Porzingis next year, as long as everything works out with him physically and from a legal standpoint, they have a dynamic duo of sorts, and the Hawks have something similar as well with John Collins and Trae Young. And then they have a spot up shooter with Kevin Huerter, who is who has some potential to be a nice, floor spreading type of a guy. So, we'll see what happens, and we'll see what both of those teams end up getting out of the lottery. But yeah, Trae Young is the big winner, I think, from this most recent NBA 2K19 ratings update. So we flying through. I only got about three more topics that I want to touch on before I bounce out of here. I'm gonna watch some Raw in a few minutes. I'm gonna probably be about 15 minutes behind, but that's what DVRs are for.
Pocket, I'll be weak. I'm very unique.